beautiful lovelies, it's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today we're going to be testing a 2-ingredient recipe to see if it indeed is delicious, but does it truly contain 2 ingredients? That's what I'm always asking when it comes to these very few ingredient recipes. If you haven't seen my other attempts at 6 ingredients or less, you should definitely check the playlist out. There are lots of desserts, lots of interesting combinations, some good and some bad. But today we're going to be testing the 2-ingredient viral cheesecake recipe that uses Greek yogurt and some kind of cookie just placed in a container and let to be friendly, and it's supposed to create something that tastes cheesecakey and delicious. Apparently this went viral in Japan, and now I am seeing it everywhere. It looks beautiful, it couldn't be any easier, but does it taste delicious? Let's find out. So originally this recipe is made with unflavored Greek yogurt, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and special sable cookies that you can find in Japan, but I can't find them here, so I am going to be substituting what I've seen a lot of people substitute, and they are Biscoffs. Ta-da! They are Lotus brand. The first time I had one of these was on an airplane, and they are delicious. A Biscoff cookie is a relatively thin cookie that is sweet and spiced with a bit of cinnamon, I believe nutmeg, kind of a spiced cookie. Reminds me of a speculoos cookie. The other ingredient, of course, is unsweetened Greek-style yogurt. This is my favorite Faye brand. This is the 5% milk fat. Greek-style yogurt has been sieved or strained of excess whey, which is the kind of liquid portion of yogurt, so it creates a very luscious and thick and creamy yogurt, which is still sour. It has the sourness of yogurt, but it has a much more luscious texture, very, very dense, almost sour cream-like in consistency. And this is unsweetened and unflavored. You, of course, can use any flavor you like, but I'm going to be sticking with plain. I usually keep a container of unsweetened yogurt in my refrigerator. My youngest likes it with maple syrup drizzled on top. I like to create marinades with it. It tenderizes the meat, but also adds some complexity of flavor and is really great at adhering any of the kind of flavorings that you're adding to your chicken. For example, if you're making chicken drumsticks or chicken thighs, it really keeps all the flavor kind of stuck onto the chicken. So it acts as a glue, and it also tenderizes the meat as well and adds some flavor. But we're not talking about that today. Today we're talking about cheesecake. So I'm going to be testing out a couple versions of this. First, the standard one just with Greek yogurt, but I saw another version that includes a little bit of cream cheese to make it taste a little bit more cheesecake-like. That was a tip from Lisa at Konomi Kitchen. So let's go ahead and get started. I just warmed my cream cheese in the microwave for a few seconds. My Greek yogurt. So look how thick it is. Isn't that wonderful? So thick and creamy. I really love Greek-style yogurt with fruit and maple syrup. Love it with granola. So good. Look how thick it is. Because Greek-style yogurt, while it is thicker, it does taste like yogurt. Because that's what it is. Adding that to this cute little dish I've got with these little handles. Smoothing it out. Let's tidy it up by cleaning the edges off. You are worth taking a few extra minutes to make your food look great. So that's the cream cheese version. The original version just takes Greek yogurt into a container like that. I'm going to smooth it out. Couldn't be easier. I think that's part of the appeal of this recipe, is that it's so easy. A little while back, and I posted it on social media. If you don't follow me on social media, you should. I'll put my handles down below. I saw something at the grocery store that I'd never seen before, and it was made by Philadelphia cream cheese, and it is instant cheesecake in a tub. There's no crumb topping, no base whatsoever, but it's the filling. I'm imagining you eat it like a dip, so you could dip fruit in it, graham crackers. So you could use that in this situation and just put it in a container like this and do this whole cookie kind of thing. But that, of course, contains sugar. I think that's another appealing thing about this. If you're looking to watch your sugar intake, myself included, this is great because it doesn't contain any sugar. And now we are going to do the fun part and add our Biscoff cookies. Look, this is the 3-pack. I love that. Looks cute. This is what the cookie looks like. It does not say Biscoff, it says Lotus. It's not so thin, but it looks like half of a sandwich cookie. Let's give it a taste. Itadakimasu. Terrific. Snappy, cinnamony, sweet, not too sweet, and has a nice toasted flavor to it. There might be some ginger in there as well. It's a little bit like a ginger snap. Richer than, say, a graham cracker, and more shortbready than a graham cracker, but kind of similar level of sweetness, not too sweet. So now we're going to take our cookies and just place them into the yogurt, just like that, in a nice little stacked pattern like this. Boop. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, 4. Look how it filled up that dish. Okay, same thing with this one. You might have to break the cookie if your cup is a circle like mine. Ooh. Cute, cute, cute. This one will fit 4 too. If I just squinch it a little. Yeah. Okay, 5 cookies. Nice. Cover these and place them in the refrigerator for a few hours to allow the cookies to absorb some of the moisture out of the yogurt and cream cheese mixture in this case, so that they soften up, and then we get some sort of cakey like dessert maybe. I'm not sure how the texture is going to be like. I guess it's a little bit of a take on an icebox cake, which I've made a few of. This pattern is remind me of the zebra cake that you can make with the now discontinued thin chocolate wafer cookies. And you spread a little bit of sweetened whipped cream in between, and you make a really beautiful zebra looking cake. I'll put links to those videos down below. I made another one called a choco torta that uses chocolate cookies and some whipped cream. I've also made ones out of Maria biscuit cookies that had a lime condensed milk flavored spread that soaked up into the cookies and created something that was cake-like. So lots of really cool things that you can do with crispy hard cookies that you sit in some kind of medium and it turns into a cakey-like dessert. So I've already made a couple ahead of time so that we could go ahead and taste the finished product. Look at that. Do, 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 do. And then I also made another one using Oreo Thins. Think. These are Oreo Thins. They are exactly as they sound. They are Oreos that are made with a thinner cookie. It's essentially a sandwich version of the chocolate wafer cookies I'd mentioned earlier in that zebra cake. That's what they look like, and they are much thinner than a regular Oreo. Contain less filling as well. And in terms of texture, snappier than a traditional Oreo, but I really like the proportion of cream to cookies. I feel like it's very accurate, very much loyal to the original, and I prefer these to the mini Oreos. There's too much cookie to cream ratio in those ones. These are good. I really like the mint version of these. Let's try the original one first, and I made this half with the yogurt and half with the cream cheese. Look at that. So it does soften up. So here's the bite. Itadakimasu. It's not bad. It is reminiscent of cheesecake because you have this combination of something very, very creamy and dairied, milky, along with toasted cinnamony flavors that remind you a bit of a graham cracker crust. Not very sweet. So if you're expecting it to be sweet like a cheesecake, a traditional New York style cheesecake, you're going to be disappointed by this. It could be sweeter if you spaced your cookies closer together and there's more cookie to filling ratio. If I go to this side here, which doesn't have any cookie in it, I can definitely taste the cream cheese, and it thickens the yogurt and definitely makes it feel and taste a bit more like cheesecake, but it's missing the sugar. So it's not sweet like cheesecake. And it reminds you how sweet actual cheesecake is when you have it like this. It tastes really plain, and it could go either savory or sweet in my opinion because it's a blank slate at this point. I don't really like it on its own much. What I think might be really good is if we take a cookie and place it on the cookie. Then we have a cookie crumb situation. I think this is going to be the winning combination because we're adding a little bit more sweetness and then we're going to add some texture too, a little bit of crunch. But let's find out. Itadakimasu. Yeah, 100%. Have this on a fresh cookie. Let me try the yogurt side. The yogurt side also tastes good as well. It's going to be more predictably so, more tangy and more yogurty, but the consistency of the Greek yogurt is fantastic. It's nice and thick and does a pretty good job at creating something cheesecake-like. Just treat the cheesecake like a dip and grab one of the cookies because the cookie did exactly what it should. It gives us some vital crunch, little change in texture, and some additional sweetness. The few tablespoons of cream cheese I added to this really does give it a thicker consistency and a richer flavor. Let's taste the Oreo version. Ooh, I pack those cookies in a lot more densely. And because the Oreos contain a bit of cream, I decided to make this one just with Greek yogurt. Itadakimasu. No. Okay. This one I think is more successful in creating something that's cheesecake-like. It's not traditional because look, we have a bunch of chocolate cookies, which to me doesn't speak of a traditional New York style cheesecake, but because it has more sugar in it, it's a satisfying cheesecake alternative using cookies and Greek style yogurt. Yes, creamy, rich, has the density and texture of a cheesecake, and a sweetness that is satisfying as a dessert. Feels properly decadent. But since I have it here, why not try it on a cookie? Let's see if that does anything. That's good too. I'm not distracted by the sourness of the yogurt because there's enough sugar in there to balance it out. And to have it on another cookie is fun. You get more of a textural kind of component in there. It makes it a little bit too sweet for me. I think it's just great by itself. All right, my lovelies, final thoughts. It's mostly up to the hype, especially the thin Oreo version. Alrighty, let me know down in the comments if you've tried this before, if you have hacks, comments, suggestions. What cookie do you like for this Greek yogurt combination? Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! I've definitely had my quota of yogurt for the day. And cookies.